Hello, we are going to be working with a new kind of map today. It might be one that you haven't heard of before. So today we're going to read a book and we're going to use a brace map. So that's a little bit different kind. A brace map takes something and it breaks it apart. Okay, so we're going to be identifying what the setting is in a story, and we're going to create a brace map of our settings. The setting is where the story takes place. So our last story was the three alligators, right? And the alligators, that would have taken place at their mom's house, and then they would have been in a stick house and the rock house. Those are all different places, and it also was in Texas. So settings, there can be several different settings within one story, and that's what we're going to break apart in our brace map. Now, this map is pretty fun to draw too. I'll put one up for you because I would like you to take a story that you have, and you can either read a chapter or use the whole book like we're going to do today to figure out what the settings are in the story so that you can use the brace map to break them apart, okay? So we are going to read Stop, Drop, and Roll. So fourth graders that I have third and fourth graders. So fourth graders here in school are learning about fire safety. So I wanted to make sure that you got a little fire safety in there so that you can learn a little bit about what to do. Okay, so here we go. Stop, drop, and roll. Jessica was a worrier. She worried morning, noon, and night. Well, that would be hard. She worried about her spelling homework and learning new steps in ballet class, and remembering to fill her dog's water dish and waking up in time for school. That's a lot of alarm clocks. But Monday morning in October, Jessica's teacher gave her something new to worry about. It's Fire Prevention Week, explained Mr. Martin. So for the next few days, we're going to talk about fire safety. Uh-oh, groaned Jessica. And this Friday, Mr. Martin continued, we've been asked to share what we've learned with the entire school. Oh no, moaned Jessica. Let's begin with smoke alarms, said Mr. Martin. Your home should have them on every floor. Automatic fire sprinklers are a good idea too. So boys and girls, parents, if you don't have a smoke alarm in your house, you can call the fire department and they will come and put one in for you. Or they'll bring one to your house. Maybe with COVID, maybe not come into the house, but they would get you one. So if you need a smoke alarm in your house, just call the Austin Fire Department. Okay, here we go. Smoke alarms, sprinklers, Jessica had never seen either in her house. Your family should also have escape plans in case of a fire, said Mr. Martin, and fire drills so everyone knows what to do. Jessica chewed her pencil in half. Escape plans? Now she was really worried. That night, Jessica announced, there is a big problem in this house. We have no smoke alarms and no sprinkler system. We don't even have an escape plan if there was a fire. We'd be in trouble. Her mother puckered her forehead. I remember buying smoke alarms, but I guess we never got around to installing them. And we talked about finding someone to put in sprinklers, Dad added, but we're always too busy to make an appointment. And what about extra batteries for the alarms? Reminded Laura. Yeah, said Tom. We need to keep more batteries around here. Jessica twisted her napkin. She knew the real reason Tom wanted more batteries. His birthday was in 3 days. He wanted batteries for his presents. But fire safety was more important than birthday toys, wasn't it? We've got to do something now, warned Jessica. You're right, said Mom. After dinner, we'll make escape plans and find those smoke alarms. And tomorrow, I'll get extra batteries and make arrangements for the sprinkler system, said Dad. But Jessica felt too worried to sleep. She tossed and turned all night. The next day, Mr. Martin wrote some fire safety rules on the blackboard. Never play with lighters or matches. Keep electric heaters at least 3 feet away from things that could burn. Keep extension cords away from doors and from being pinched by furniture. A professional should check chimneys and furnaces in your homes each year. Blah, blah, blah. Mr. Martin went on and on until Jessica had to cover her ears. She'd never be able to remember so many things. At dinner, Jessica asked, "Have we ever had our chimney checked?" "Yes," Dad answered, "when we bought the house." "But Mr. Martin said we should check it every year," said Jessica. "The furnace, too." Dad sighed. "I'll put him on my things of list to do." But that didn't stop Jessica from worrying. She went through the entire house checking cords and smoke alarm batteries, and she had another sleepless night, imagining all the things that could go wrong. On Wednesday, Mr. Martin even had more fire safety rules. Heat makes smoke rise. If you're in a fire, you must crawl under the smoke where the air is cleaner, and when you reach the door, touch it. If it feels cool, it's safe to open. Jessica tugged at a barrette. What if the door felt warm? What should I do then? If the door is warm, continued Mr. Martin, don't open it. Find a window and call for help. Then wait for a firefighter to come and tell you what to do. And there's one more thing you need to know, said Mr. Martin. If your clothes catch on fire, stop what you're doing, drop to the ground, and roll over and over until you smother the flames. Catch fire? Jessica's never been so worried in her life. Stop, drop, and roll, repeated Mr. Martin. Let's say it 3 times. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll, chanted the class, except Jessica. Her worries had twisted her tongue into a big knot. Here she is right there. When Jessica got home, she finally made her family have a fire drill. She rechecked all the electrical cords, tested the batteries and all the smoke alarms, and made double sure there were no matches laying around. Afterwards, Jessica felt a little better, but she still couldn't get Mr. Martin's words from class right. Stop, slop, and troll. Mop, pop, and bowl. Stop, slop, and troll. Mop, pop, and bowl. The harder Jessica tried, the worse she did, but she went to sleep feeling a little better. At least she knew what to do if there was a fire during the night. Then on Thursday, disaster struck. Mr. Martin asked Jessica to demonstrate stop, drop, and roll at the assembly the next day. Why me, thought Jessica. On the bus home, she tried to practice the words stop, flop, and roll, flop, mop, and stroll, stop, pop, and hole, but they kept coming out wrong. Jessica was so worried about the assembly that she couldn't even enjoy Tom's birthday party. Stop, drop, and mole. Slop, drop, and hole. Plop, mop, and stroll, she muttered to herself. Because all the muttering, she didn't even notice when Mom brought in the cake, it had 7 big candles on it. 6 were for Tom's 6th birthday, and one was for him to wish on. And just as Tom leaned over to blow them out, Jessica looked up and saw fire. Stop, drop, and roll, she screamed. Immediately, Tom stopped blowing and dropped to the floor. Poor Tom. But before he rolled, Jessica saw that Tom wasn't on fire at all. Jessica's worries had gotten the best of her. She was so embarrassed. False alarm, said Dad. Phew, said Mom, you gave me quite a scare. I'm sorry, said Jessica, but you thought quickly, Dad interrupted. That's good, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Besides, said Laura, you finally said it right. And that was the truth. Jessica had said the words right, and now that she had the confidence, she'd never forget any fire safety rule she had learned that week. And you know what? She never did. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, so let's work on the brace map. Brace map is kind of fun because you get to draw a squiggly line like this. Okay, so then over here, I'm going to put a line and I'm going to put settings in the story. Okay, so over here, inside my map here, I am going to put all the settings that we had in the story. So one of the things was she was in the dining room having the birthday party. and all those kind of things in her house, right? And she also was in the bedroom at her house, right? Where she would dine, and where she would go to bed. So we'll put bedroom. Okay. Another place that she was in this story was her school, right? She was at school with Mr. Martin. Okay. And another time they were outside practicing the smoke alarm drill. They were outside their house smoking that. So I was able to take, what are my settings? Where they would dine in that room that they got to have to sit. I wasn't sure if it was quite a dining room or maybe it was in the kitchen. I couldn't know from the book, so I just put where they dine. So she was in the bedroom checking all the cords. She was at school learning about fire safety, and she practiced their fire drill outside. So see if you can find a story that you have, or you can go on Epic too. It can be a chapter, whatever you want to do. But write down the settings of the story. Where did things happen? And make yourself a brace map. I'll put a template of the brace map up for you too. So you can either draw your own or you can use the template. Okay? Have a great day. Bye.